In the stillness of the night, when the world outside becomes quiet, let us travel together into the mysteries of the past. Imagine yourself lying comfortably, your breath calm and steady, as you prepare to drift into a state of gentle rest. This story will guide you softly through ancient landscapes, forgotten ruins, and puzzling discoveries that challenge the way history has been written. These are not tales of loud battles or restless kings, but instead, whispers from the earth itself, objects, monuments, and artifacts that seem to tell a different version of our story. Tonight, we will explore what many call forbidden archaeology. Discoveries that should not exist, discoveries that raise questions, and discoveries that may forever remain unsolved. As we begin, let your body loosen. With each word, allow your mind to wander far into the ages. The past stretches before us like a great desert at twilight, vast, silent, and full of hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. One by one, we will travel through 50 remarkable discoveries that defy the expected order of history. Some of them are small and humble, others are massive and awe-inspiring, but each carries with it the power to make us pause and wonder. Discovery 1. The Baghdad Battery. Our journey starts in the dry landscapes of Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. Here, among ruins that speak of the world's earliest cities, archaeologists uncovered a curious clay jar, nearly 2,000 years old. Inside the jar was a copper cylinder, and within that, an iron rod. At first glance, it appeared unremarkable, but when researchers studied it, they realized this object could generate a weak electrical charge when filled with vinegar or another acidic liquid. Known today as the Baghdad Battery, it suggests the possibility that people long before the modern age may have stumbled upon electricity. Did they use it for simple electroplating, or for ritualistic purposes? Or was it simply a coincidence of construction, misunderstood by us today? No one can say for certain. As you picture the dusty hills and the broken walls of ancient Mesopotamia, you can imagine craftsmen pouring liquid into the jar, watching sparks of possibility dance before their eyes. Whether or not they fully understood what they held, the battery whispers of a forgotten knowledge, hinting at human curiosity stretching beyond its time. Discovery 2. The Antikythera Mechanism. Now let us sail across the Mediterranean, to the waters near a small Greek island. In the early 20th century, sponge divers searching the seabed found the remains of a shipwreck. Among statues and amphorae lay a lump of corroded bronze, its purpose hidden by centuries of the sea's embrace. When scientists later examined it with X-rays, they discovered a mechanism of astonishing complexity. Gears finely crafted, interlocked in ways that could predict the movement of the stars and the cycles of the heavens. This device, now known as the Antikythera mechanism, is more than 2,000 years old. It is sometimes called the world's first analog computer. With it, the ancients could forecast eclipses, track planetary movements, and align their calendars with celestial events. The precision was far beyond what historians believed possible at the time. Imagine an ancient scholar turning a small crank, watching the gears shift, and seeing the stars mirrored in miniature form. Such craftsmanship suggests that knowledge may have been far richer, and perhaps more widespread, than we ever imagined. Discovery 3. The Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. From the blue waters of Greece, we now drift gently across oceans to the lush green jungles of Central America. Hidden beneath layers of vegetation, workers clearing land in the 1930s stumbled upon something unusual. Enormous stone spheres, some perfectly round, weighing up to 16 tons. These mysterious orbs are scattered across Costa Rica, their surfaces smoothed with extraordinary care. No written records explain why they were made or how they were transported. Were they markers of power, symbols of the cosmos, or perhaps boundary stones guiding ancient travelers? Their quiet presence in the jungle remains one of archaeology's unsolved puzzles. As you imagine them resting in the earth, round and silent, they seem almost like guardians of forgotten traditions, inviting us to wonder without demanding answers. Discovery 4. The Piri Reis Map. Now let us step back into the age of exploration. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis drew a remarkable world map on gazelle skin. This map, later discovered in a library, depicted parts of Europe, Africa, and South America with stunning accuracy. What startled researchers, however, was the inclusion of Antarctica, drawn centuries before its official discovery. Even more astonishing, the continent appeared without its icy covering, suggesting knowledge of its true landmass. How could a 16th-century mapmaker know this? Piri Reis himself claimed he compiled his map using older charts and sources, some said to be ancient. Whether these sources were lost libraries of earlier civilizations, or remnants of forgotten seafarers, we cannot say. The map rests as a quiet enigma, its ink lines crossing boundaries of time, reminding us that the world may have been mapped long before our history books acknowledge. Discovery 5. The Voynich Manuscript. For our fifth discovery, we turn to a book, one of the most mysterious texts in the world. The Voynich manuscript, discovered in the early 20th century, is written in an unknown script that no one has ever successfully translated. Its pages are filled with strange illustrations of plants that do not exist, star charts that seem familiar but not exact, and human figures engaged in curious activities. Linguists, cryptographers, even military codebreakers have studied it, yet the text resists all attempts at decipherment. Some believe it is an elaborate hoax, others insist it hides genuine lost knowledge, perhaps medical, astronomical, or even something we cannot yet imagine. As you picture its pages turning, filled with delicate drawings and undecipherable words, it feels almost like listening to a song in a language just beyond reach. It invites curiosity, but also acceptance, that some mysteries may forever remain unsolved. Discovery 6. The Nazca Lines. Our path now carries us high into the desert plains of Peru. Stretching across the barren earth are immense geoglyphs, carved by removing the reddish stones and exposing the lighter ground beneath. Some are straight lines that run for miles, others are shapes of animals, a hummingbird, a monkey, a spider, so large they can only truly be seen from the sky. Created by the Nazca people between 500 BC and 700 AD, their purpose is still debated. Were they ritual pathways, astronomical markers, or messages to the heavens? Standing upon the desert floor, one would see only faint traces, but from above, the figures emerge in breathtaking clarity. The lines remind us that the ancients often thought on scales that transcended the human viewpoint, imagining connections between earth and sky, between the visible and the unseen. With these first 6 discoveries, we have begun to walk along the quiet corridors of forbidden archaeology. Each object, each monument, each trace left in the soil whispers a question to us. What do we truly know of our past, and how much still lies hidden? As you rest, let the images of jars, gears, spheres, maps, manuscripts, and desert lines float. Discovery 7. Göbekli Tepe. Far away in the hills of southeastern Turkey lies a place that has rewritten much of what we thought we knew about early civilization. In the 1990s, archaeologists uncovered enormous stone pillars arranged in circular patterns, decorated with intricate carvings of animals and abstract symbols. This site, known as Göbekli Tepe, is over 11,000 years old, older than Stonehenge, older than the pyramids, older even than agriculture itself. What makes Göbekli Tepe so extraordinary is not only its age but the level of organization required to build it. Hunter-gatherers, long thought to be simple and mobile, somehow managed to quarry, transport, and erect massive stones weighing tons. The site challenges the idea that religion and art emerged only after farming. Instead, it suggests that the act of worship may have been the very force that drew people together, sparking the dawn of civilization itself. Imagine standing among the pillars as dawn breaks, the air still, the carvings catching the first rays of light, whispering stories of gods and animals long forgotten. Discovery 8. The Dropa Stones. In the remote mountains of China, tales speak of small, mysterious discs uncovered in caves. These Dropa stones, as they are called, resemble stone records, each with a hole in the center and fine spiral grooves etched across their surfaces. According to some accounts, the grooves tell the story of a strange people, the Dropa, who came from the stars and lived among the local tribes thousands of years ago. While mainstream scholars dismiss these stones as legends or misinterpretations, their story persists, carried through whispers of ancient contact with the unknown. Whether real or myth, the Dropa stones invite us to reflect on humanity's age-old fascination with the stars and the possibility that we are not alone. In the quiet of the night, such stories take on a dreamlike quality, bridging myth and archaeology, history and imagination. Discovery 9. The Great Pyramid of Giza. No journey into forbidden archaeology would be complete without pausing at the Great Pyramid. Rising out of the sands of Egypt, it has stood for over 4,000 years, aligned with astonishing precision to the cardinal directions and celestial bodies. Each block of stone weighs several tons, yet together they form a monument so exact that even modern engineers pause in wonder. Some believe the pyramid was not only a tomb but also a machine, perhaps an astronomical observatory, a power generator, or a structure designed to resonate with the earth itself. Legends say it contains hidden chambers yet to be discovered, and some explorers claim it is aligned with constellations in ways that suggest knowledge far beyond its age. Whether a tomb or a temple of energy, the Great Pyramid continues to defy simple explanation, a timeless enigma rising above the desert like a silent sentinel of forgotten science. Discovery 10. The Shroud of Turin. In a cathedral in Italy lies a linen cloth, marked with a faint image of a man's face and body. Known as the Shroud of Turin, it is said by many to be the burial shroud of Jesus of Nazareth. The image is not painted, but rather appears to be burned or imprinted into the fabric in a way that scientists still struggle to explain. Radiocarbon dating has yielded conflicting results, and debates over its authenticity have lasted for centuries. Whether divine, artistic, or something else entirely, the shroud remains a powerful mystery. To gaze upon it is to confront both faith and science, belief and doubt. In the stillness of night, the shroud invites reflection not on answers, but on the questions themselves, on the ways humans search for meaning in both the visible and the invisible. Discovery 11. The Long U Caves. Beneath the soil of China's Zhejiang province lies one of the world's greatest underground mysteries. The Longyu Caves are a vast network of hand-carved chambers, some as large as cathedrals, with walls smoothed to perfection and decorated with repeated chisel marks. There are no records of who built them, why they were constructed, or how such a colossal project was accomplished with ancient tools. Archaeologists estimate the caves required the removal of nearly 1 million cubic meters of stone. Yet no piles of debris have ever been found. Were they quarries, sanctuaries, or something beyond our understanding? Standing inside their silent halls, one feels the weight of mystery pressing from every surface. The caves are monuments not only of stone but of silence, reminding us how much can be built and yet remain untold. Discovery 12. The Crystal Skulls. From deep within Central and South America come stories of clear quartz skulls, polished with extraordinary precision. Some claim they were created by ancient Mesoamerican cultures, while others argue their craftsmanship exceeds the abilities of those times. The most famous is the Mitchell-Hedges skull, said to have been found in Belize. Legends surround it, that it glows with light, that it holds healing powers, and that when brought together with other skulls, they reveal knowledge from a forgotten age. Skeptics argue they are modern fabrications, carved in the 19th century. Yet the allure remains strong. Whether ancient artifacts or recent creations, the crystal skulls hold a hypnotic beauty. Their translucent surfaces catch light like frozen water, drawing the eye inward as if secrets are locked within. In the soft hours of night, they shimmer in the imagination, resting between history and myth, fact and legend. As we pause at this point in our journey, we have already wandered through temples older than farming, stones etched with possible messages from the stars, pyramids that defy explanation, and skulls that gleam with mystery. Each discovery asks us to reconsider the limits of human achievement, to listen carefully to the whispers of forgotten worlds. As you rest, let these images settle gently into your thoughts, carrying you deeper into the embrace of sleep, where history and dreams intertwine. Discovery 13. The Sacsayhuaman Walls. High in the Andean mountains near Cusco, Peru, stands a fortress-like complex built of massive stone blocks, some weighing more than 100 tons. This is Sacsayhuaman, a place where walls rise in zigzag patterns, fitted so tightly together that not even a blade of grass can pass between the stones. The builders shaped each stone with remarkable precision, creating curves, angles, and interlocking forms that defy easy explanation. Conventional archaeology tells us that the Inca constructed these walls using stone hammers and patient effort. Yet many who gaze upon Sacsayhuaman wonder if something more was at play: knowledge of stone softening, lost techniques of transport, or perhaps simply a mastery of engineering we have underestimated. Standing before the great walls, one cannot help but feel the quiet power of the stones, their weight pressing not only upon the earth but upon the boundaries of our imagination. Discovery 14. The London Hammer. In the early 20th century, a couple walking near Red Creek in Texas discovered a curious object embedded in rock. It was a hammer, its wooden handle partially petrified, its iron head tightly bound within the stone. What puzzled researchers was that the surrounding rock dated to more than 100 million years ago, long before humans were thought to exist. Some claim the hammer is proof of advanced civilizations lost to time, while others argue it is simply a more recent tool encased in ancient stone through unusual processes. Whatever the explanation, the London hammer rests as a quiet challenge to our timelines, a small reminder that not every object fits neatly into the boxes of history. As you picture it resting inside the stone, you may imagine a craftsman long ago swinging it with purpose, leaving behind a tool that would one day ignite wonder. Discovery 15. The Moai of Easter Island. Far out in the Pacific Ocean lies a remote island, known as Rapa Nui, where hundreds of giant stone statues rise from the earth. These are the Moai, some towering over 30 feet tall, their faces solemn, their bodies half buried in the soil. For centuries, they stood as silent guardians, their purpose unclear. The people of Easter Island, isolated and resourceful, carved these statues from volcanic rock and transported them across the island. But how? Theories suggest wooden sleds, ropes, and sheer human strength, while some legends say the statues walked with the help of spiritual power. Beneath the ground, many of the Moai have full bodies, hidden from view for centuries, carved with intricate markings. Whether monuments to ancestors, celestial markers, or something more, the Moai stand as reminders of devotion, ingenuity, and enduring mystery. Discovery 16. The Ancient City of Mohenjo-Daro. In the Indus Valley of present-day Pakistan lies the remains of Mohenjo-Daro, a city more than 4,000 years old. Its streets were carefully planned, with drainage systems, wells, and standardized bricks. It appears to have been a thriving, organized metropolis. But what truly puzzles researchers is its sudden and unexplained disappearance. Some claim evidence of extreme heat in parts of the site suggests an ancient catastrophe, perhaps even something resembling a nuclear explosion. While mainstream scholars debate this idea, the ruins whisper of a people who built with intelligence and precision, only to vanish without leaving behind clear records. As you walk through the quiet streets in your mind's eye, you can almost hear the echoes of daily life. Voices, footsteps, water flowing, fading into silence, leaving behind only stone and mystery. Discovery 17. The Pyramids of Bosnia. In the heart of Europe, near the town of Visoko in Bosnia, rise hills that some believe are not natural at all, but enormous pyramids built by an unknown ancient civilization. Dubbed the Bosnian Pyramids, they are said to align with astronomical points, their slopes resembling those of Egypt. Excavations have revealed stone blocks and tunnels, fueling debates about whether these hills are man-made or natural formations shaped by time. Skeptics dismiss the idea, calling it pseudoscience, while supporters insist the pyramids hold secrets that could change history. Whatever the truth, the hills of Visoko have become a place of fascination, where imagination and possibility blur together. As the sun sets over their slopes, they seem to glow with mystery, inviting us to dream of civilizations forgotten by the passage of time. Discovery 18. The Iron Pillar of Delhi. In the bustling city of Delhi, India, stands a tall iron pillar, over 1,600 years old. What astonishes scientists is not only its age but its condition. Despite centuries of exposure to monsoon rains and harsh weather, the pillar has not rusted. Its composition resists corrosion in ways that modern metallurgy still struggles to fully replicate. The pillar may have been erected in honor of a king, or as a religious symbol, but its endurance speaks of knowledge and craftsmanship ahead of its era. Imagine ancient smiths working in the glow of fire, mixing metals with precision, creating something that would outlast empires and centuries. Today, the iron pillar rises quietly, a slender monument to forgotten genius, reminding us that not all technologies follow a straight line of progress. At this point in our journey, We have seen walls that defy explanation, tools encased in ancient stone, statues watching over islands, and cities vanishing without a trace. We have stood before hills that may be pyramids and marveled at iron that resists the march of time. Each mystery adds a thread to the tapestry of forbidden archaeology, weaving a story both humbling and wondrous. As you breathe calmly, let these images guide you deeper into rest, where questions linger softly, like dreams carried on the night air. Discovery 19. The Dogu figurines of Japan. Long ago, in the northern lands of Japan, people shaped small figures from clay. These ancient statues, called dogu, have rested in the earth for thousands of years. Their large, almond-shaped eyes and delicate patterns make them look unlike ordinary people. Some seem to wear masks, others appear to guard something precious. Perhaps they were symbols of fertility, or images of forgotten deities. Perhaps they were simply stories made solid in clay. Yet as you imagine them, standing silently in the dim light of a fire, they feel mysterious, almost otherworldly. The dogu seem to watch quietly, patient across the ages, as if holding secrets that the night itself remembers. Discovery 20. The Codex Gigas. Far away in a medieval library lies a book larger than almost any other. It is called the Codex Gigas, the giant book, or sometimes the Devil's Bible. Its pages stretch nearly a meter tall, written carefully, line by line, without mistake. Inside are sacred texts, histories, and even ancient knowledge of medicine. A legend tells that one monk created it in a single night with the help of the devil. Whether the story is true or not, the book carries a presence of mystery. Turning its pages is like wandering through a dream of the Middle Ages, half light, half shadow, filled with wisdom and fear. In the stillness of night, it seems less like a book and more like a doorway into forgotten thoughts. Discovery 21. The Great Zimbabwe Ruins. Across the plains of southern Africa lies a city built of stone. Its walls rise high, stretching across the land, formed from countless blocks carefully fitted together. This is Great Zimbabwe, once the heart of a powerful kingdom, now silent under the sky. Centuries ago, thousands of people lived there, trading and celebrating within its walls. Then, for reasons unknown, the city was left behind, its houses and towers surrendered to time. Today, the stones remain, warmed by the sun during the day and cooled by the winds at night. Walking among them, you can almost hear voices carried faintly on the breeze, gentle reminders of lives once lived in the rhythm of the land. Discovery 22. The Abaid Figurines. In Mesopotamia, where rivers once gave birth to the first great cities, archaeologists uncovered small figurines from 7,000 years ago. These Abaid statues show human-like forms with long heads and reptile-like faces. Some cradle children, others stand in still poses, their calm expressions frozen in time. Perhaps they were protectors, perhaps symbols of fertility, perhaps gods whose names are now lost. Their presence is quiet and mysterious, like a whisper carried from the very dawn of civilization. In the soft light of evening, they seem less like simple statues and more like guardians of memories too old to recall. Discovery 23. The Maine Penny. Far across the sea, in the forests of North America, a small coin was once found in the soil of Maine. It was a silver penny, made in Norway nearly 1,000 years ago. How did it cross the ocean to rest in the New World, centuries before Columbus? Maybe it came with Viking explorers, Or maybe it traveled slowly, through hands and trade, carried further than anyone expected. Though tiny, the coin tells a story of journeys across great waters. Imagine a traveler holding it, unaware that one day it would be found again, shining faintly with mystery under the quiet sky. Discovery 24. The Tully Papyrus. In the sands of Egypt, among the stories of pharaohs, there is mention of a papyrus that speaks of strange lights in the sky. The Tully Papyrus tells of fiery disks, brighter than the sun, moving swiftly across the heavens before disappearing into the distance. Was it simply a story, a mistake, or perhaps a real event written down long ago? No one truly knows. But the tale reminds us that even in ancient times, people lifted their eyes to the stars, wondering what moved among them. Picture the desert at night, silent, endless, filled with glittering stars. In that silence, the thought of glowing lights drifting across the sky feels timeless, like a dream shared across generations. As our journey pauses here, we are surrounded by clay guardians with wide eyes, great books heavy with mystery, stone walls echoing with forgotten voices, and stories of lights crossing the night sky. Each discovery feels soft and distant, like a memory half remembered. Let them drift gently through your mind as you rest, carrying you slowly and calmly towards sleep. Discovery 25. The Olmec Colossal Heads. In the jungles of Mexico, hidden beneath trees and soil, explorers discovered enormous stone heads carved more than 3,000 years ago by the Olmec civilization. Some of these heads stand taller than a person, their features strong, their expressions calm and watchful. Each one weighs many tons, yet they were carefully shaped and transported without wheels or modern tools. No one knows exactly whom the heads represent. Perhaps rulers, perhaps guardians, perhaps ancestors remembered in stone. As you imagine them resting in the quiet jungle, their faces seem alive, like timeless sentinels gazing into eternity. In the stillness of night, they appear less like statues and more like silent storytellers, holding memories of a world long gone. Discovery 26. The Tunguska Event. Far away in Siberia, in the year 1908, the sky lit up with a sudden, fiery glow. A great explosion shook the forests near the Tunguska River, flattening thousands of trees across miles of land. Witnesses spoke of a ball of fire racing through the sky before vanishing in silence. Scientists believe it was a meteor that never touched the ground, exploding in the air. But no crater was ever found, and the mystery lingers even now. In the deep wilderness, the fallen trees still lie in patterns that remind us of that single, powerful moment. At night, when the forest is quiet, it is easy to imagine the light returning, blazing across the heavens like a dream of fire. Discovery 27. The Cave of the Giants in Lovelock. In Nevada, deep within a cave near Lovelock, stories tell of a discovery that has puzzled many. Early settlers and miners claim to have found unusually large skeletons, bones of people taller than any ordinary human. Alongside them were strange artifacts and woven materials, now mostly lost to time. While skeptics doubt the stories, legends among local tribes also speak of giant beings who once lived in the land. Whether truth or myth, the tale of the Lovelock Cave giants lingers in the imagination. Picture the cave in darkness, cool and silent, holding secrets that the world above has long forgotten. Discovery 28. The Underwater Ruins of Yonaguni. Beneath the waters off the coast of Japan lies a structure that stirs wonder. Divers discovered massive stone formations, with steps, terraces, and shapes that look like walls and roads. Some believe these are natural, carved by waves and time. Others insist they are the remains of a sunken city, perhaps built thousands of years ago. Swimming through the clear water, one can imagine ancient builders walking those same steps, now hidden beneath the sea. Whether natural or man-made, Yonaguni feels like a city of dreams, a place where land and ocean share their mysteries. In the quiet rhythm of the waves, the stones seem to whisper stories that drift slowly upward through the water, soft as a lullaby. Discovery 29. The Saqqara bird. In Egypt, among the many treasures of the past, a small wooden carving was found in a tomb. Shaped like a bird, it has wings and a tail, but also a design that makes it resemble an early model of an airplane. It is called the Saqqara bird. Some believe it was only a toy or a symbol, perhaps representing the soul's flight into the afterlife. Others suggest it shows an ancient knowledge of flight, long before the modern age. Holding it, one feels the fragile weight of wood, yet the imagination soars, wondering if the ancients once dreamed of skies in the same way we do now. Discovery 30. The Mystery of Teotihuacan. Near Mexico City lies a vast city of stone, known as Teotihuacan. Long before the Aztecs, unknown builders raised massive pyramids, wide avenues, and temples aligned with the stars. At its height, the city was home to more than 100,000 people, yet no one knows exactly who built it or why it was eventually abandoned. Walking through its silent ruins, you see the pyramid of the sun rising high, its steps leading toward the sky. The air feels heavy with memory, as though the city itself remembers the voices of its builders. In the soft glow of dusk, Teotihuacan becomes a dream of stone, where questions remain but answers slip away like shadows. As we pause once more, we find ourselves among towering stone heads, blazing skies, legends of giants, and sunken ruins beneath the sea. We hold a small wooden bird, and we walk through the vast empty streets of a forgotten city. Each discovery is gentle and mysterious, resting quietly in the imagination, like stars scattered across the night sky. Discovery 31. The Baigong Pipes. In the remote mountains of China, near Mount Baigong, strange pipes of iron and clay have been discovered, some buried deep within caves and others appearing from the earth itself. Their age is uncertain, and their origin is mysterious. Some suggest they may have been made by ancient humans, while others speculate about a forgotten technology or even natural formation shaped in unusual ways. As you imagine walking through the quiet mountains, the wind brushing softly past the trees, the pipes rest silently, half buried, half exposed. They seem to hum with secrets long forgotten, waiting patiently for someone to notice their quiet presence. Discovery 32. The Saqqara Stepped Pyramid Secrets. Beyond the famed pyramids of Giza, Egypt holds older mysteries. The step pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara is a massive structure, yet recent explorations reveal hidden chambers and tunnels that continue to puzzle archaeologists. Some chambers appear perfectly smooth, some bear carvings of unknown purpose, and some lead into darkness where no one has yet fully ventured. The pyramid seems to breathe with history, each stone holding memories of ceremonies, workers, and quiet prayers. As you imagine standing at its base, the evening sun warm on your skin, you feel the weight of ages and the patience of stones that have watched centuries pass. Discovery 33. The Shigar Idol. Deep in the Ural Mountains of Russia, a wooden statue, now known as the Shigar Idol, was found preserved in peat bogs. Over 5,000 years old, the idol is carved with geometric patterns and strange faces. Its purpose remains unknown. Some suggest ritual or spiritual use. Others think it may hold a story we cannot yet read. Imagine the soft, cold mist of the forest, the idol rising silently among the trees, watching without movement. It seems almost alive in its stillness, a relic from a world where symbols spoke louder than words. It is both ancient and gentle, a quiet companion for the mind wandering through history. Discovery 34. The Etruscan Gold Tablets. In Italy, hidden for centuries, small gold tablets have been discovered with inscriptions written in the Etruscan language, an ancient tongue that is only partly understood. Each tablet is delicate, adorned with tiny symbols and signs whose meanings remain mostly mysterious. As you picture holding one in your hands, warm from the sun, you feel the careful attention of those who inscribed it. Their knowledge, their beliefs, their quiet thoughts, travel through time and rest gently in your imagination. Even without understanding every word, the tablets speak of care, ritual, and the enduring human desire to leave a trace. Discovery 35. The Yonaguni Monument. Deeper exploration. Beneath the waters off Japan lies the Yonaguni Monument, an underwater structure carved with terraces and steps. Some suggest it is natural rock, others an ancient city now lost to the sea. Divers describe the feeling of silence, broken only by the bubbles of air and the gentle movement of currents as they glide over the submerged steps. Imagine yourself floating above it, the water shimmering softly in the fading light, the stones beneath you calm and still. Whether human-made or natural, the formation seems to hum quietly, a song of the deep that invites thought, wonder, and restful imagination. Discovery 36. The Plain of Jars. In the misty valleys of Laos, ancient stone jars lie scattered across the land. Known as the Plain of Jars, some jars are massive, carved from stone and hollowed with care. Their purpose remains uncertain. Some believe they were used in burial rituals, others for storage, perhaps even for ceremonies we cannot imagine. As you picture the soft morning mist curling around the jars, they appear gentle, quiet guardians of the past. The wind moves softly through the valley, carrying whispers of lives and rituals long ago. Each jar rests patiently, holding within it the calm weight of history, inviting the imagination to wander slowly, gently, and without hurry. At this point in our journey, we have walked among mountains, pyramids, forests, underwater cities, and misty valleys. We have touched the gentle weight of gold, the cold wood of an ancient idol, and the calm presence of stone jars. Each discovery invites the imagination to drift peacefully through the past, carrying the mind softly toward rest and quiet dreams. On the island of Crete, buried within the ruins of an ancient palace, archaeologists uncovered a round clay disc, stamped with mysterious symbols spiraling toward its center. This Phaistos disc has puzzled scholars for over a century, as its writing cannot yet be fully deciphered. Imagine holding it in your hands, feeling the smooth, worn edges, and tracing the tiny symbols with your fingertips. Perhaps it was a record of trade, a ritual, or a story we may never fully know. The disc rests in silence, waiting for someone to listen, whispering softly across the centuries. Discovery 38. The Uffington White Horse. High on a hillside in England lies a figure carved into the chalk, a horse, elegant and elongated, visible for miles. The Uffington White Horse dates back over 3,000 years, yet its purpose remains a mystery. Was it a tribal symbol, a celestial marker, or a sign of reverence for some long-forgotten deity. Standing in the evening light, imagining the soft breeze across the hill, you can see the horse's outlines stretching quietly across the land. It is a gentle reminder that even the earth itself can be shaped into art, carrying messages for those willing to look with patience and calm attention. Discovery 39. The Baghdad Battery, Revisited. In Iraq, a small clay jar holds a copper cylinder and an iron rod, a combination that could create a mild electric charge when filled with vinegar. Known as the Baghdad Battery, it raises questions about the knowledge of ancient people. Picture it sitting quietly in the dust of Mesopotamia, perhaps used for ritual, experimentation, or decoration. Even without understanding its true purpose, the battery hums softly with the curiosity of its makers, inviting the imagination to linger on what might have been possible long ago. Discovery 40. The Pyramids of Caral. In Peru, near the coast, rises the ancient city of Caral, one of the oldest known civilizations in the Americas. Its pyramids and plazas were constructed more than 4,500 years ago, with careful planning and skill. Imagine walking slowly through the quiet streets at dawn, feeling the warmth of the sun on stone steps and plazas long abandoned. The pyramids rise gently, not in grandeur alone, but in the silent beauty of patience, human effort, and the soft echoes of lives once lived. Discovery 41. The Hypogeum of Halsaflini. Beneath Malta, hidden underground, lies the Hypogeum, an intricate network of chambers and corridors carved into solid rock. Used thousands of years ago for burial and ritual, the walls resonate with a strange, calming acoustics that make whispers travel clearly from one end to the other. Picture walking softly through its quiet halls, the air cool and still, the walls enclosing a space of reflection and memory. Each chamber holds the calm presence of those long gone, their stories preserved not in words, but in silence and careful craftsmanship. Discovery 42. The Baalbek Stones. In Lebanon, the ancient site of Baalbek contains colossal stones, some weighing over 1,000 tons, arranged in what must have been an extraordinary temple complex. How these stones were quarried, moved, and lifted remains a mystery. Imagine standing at the base of one of these stones, looking up in awe, feeling the weight of time pressing gently against your mind. The silence around you is immense, yet calm, filled with the soft hum of history that stretches far beyond what we can see. As the night deepens, we have wandered through ancient symbols, vast hillside art, quiet batteries, distant pyramids, underground chambers, and colossal stones. Each discovery invites reflection, calm, and wonder, carrying the imagination slowly into dreams where history rests gently, like the stars scattered across a quiet sky. Discovery 43. The Nazca Lines. Far in the deserts of southern Peru, vast designs stretch across the land, visible only from above. These are the Nazca Lines, depicting birds, monkeys, and geometric shapes, etched into the dry earth thousands of years ago. Their purpose remains a mystery. Some suggest they were ceremonial paths, astronomical markers, or messages to the gods. Imagine standing at the edge of the desert, the wind warm and soft against your skin, watching the lines stretch endlessly toward the horizon. You feel the silence of centuries pressing gently around you, and the vast scale of the desert makes you small, humble, and quiet. Every figure seems to breathe with a life of its own, waiting patiently to be understood. The desert sun lowers slowly, casting long shadows across the sand, turning the lines into a dance of light and shadow, whispering stories carried by the wind. Discovery 44. The Antikythera mechanism. Hidden in the waters off Greece, an ancient artifact lies quietly on the seafloor. Known as the Antikythera mechanism, it is a complex system of gears and wheels, capable of predicting celestial movements and eclipses. Dated over 2,000 years old, it demonstrates technological understanding far beyond what we thought possible for the time. Picture the mechanism resting in the darkness of the ocean, barnacles slowly covering its bronze gears, the water carrying tiny particles across its surface. Imagine the hands of an ancient inventor, turning its wheels, watching the motion of stars and planets, quietly connecting the heavens to human understanding. Even now, in a museum, it hums softly with ingenuity and patience, a whisper of the mind's reach across millennia. Discovery 45. The Coral Castle. In Florida, one man, Edward Leedskalnin, single-handedly built a castle of massive coral blocks, some weighing several tons, without modern machinery. Today it stands as the Coral Castle, an extraordinary testament to human determination and ingenuity. Walking slowly among the stones, you can imagine the quiet nights of labor, the soft scraping of coral, and the careful balancing of each block. The sun filters through the trees, casting playful shadows across walls and arches. Every corner seems to hold a secret, a mystery of how one person could shape such weight with patience, focus, and perhaps a little magic of thought. The stones radiate calm, almost as if they remember the touch and intention of their maker. Discovery 46. The hypothesis of the ancient Ice Age structures. Across the cold and quiet landscapes of Siberia and the Arctic, some researchers claim the existence of ancient structures buried beneath ice and permafrost. Though covered and hidden, these formations suggest careful arrangement of massive stones, possibly aligned with celestial events. Picture the endless ice fields, a soft white glow stretching under a pale sun, the wind brushing gently across the frozen ground. Structures lie hidden beneath, quiet and still, like memories sleeping beneath the snow. Though many remain unseen, their presence invites imagination to wander. What civilizations once thrived in the cold, and what wisdom did they carry silently beneath the ice? The vast silence of the Arctic seems to echo with their quiet legacy, waiting to be discovered in slow, patient observation. Discovery 47. The Voynich manuscript. Among the libraries of Europe rests one of the most mysterious books ever known, the Voynich manuscript. Its pages are filled with symbols, drawings of unknown plants, and diagrams that no one has yet deciphered. Its origin is uncertain, and its meaning remains elusive. Imagine opening the manuscript, the scent of old parchment filling the air, and your eyes following its strange, looping letters. Tiny drawings of plants that may not exist in this world appear on every page, as if from a dream. As you turn each leaf, the book hums softly with secrets that tease the mind, inviting thoughts to wander slowly and peacefully through worlds of imagination and mystery. Each page is a quiet invitation to explore, to wonder, and to dream. Discovery 48. Puma Punku. In Bolivia, the ancient site of Puma Punku rises with massive stone platforms and blocks carved with extreme precision. Some stones weigh hundreds of tons, fitted together with perfect angles, slots, and grooves. How these massive stones were transported and cut with such accuracy remains a mystery that fascinates archaeologists and travelers alike. Imagine walking slowly across the site, the sun warm on your shoulders, the wind carrying the faint scent of earth and stone. Each block seems to hum with quiet energy, as if it remembers the hands that carved it and the people who walked among it. The vastness of the place, the precision of the stones, and the silence around you create a feeling of gentle awe, a soft meditation on the scale of human endeavor and the mysteries of the past. As night falls softly over our imagined journey, we have wandered across deserts, oceans, and mountains. We have touched bronze gears that measure the heavens, walked among coral stones shaped by one determined hand, imagined icy landscapes hiding ancient secrets, and turned the pages of books that whisper in unknown languages. Each discovery drifts gently through the mind like the slow glow of stars, guiding thoughts toward a calm and peaceful rest. Discovery 49. The Saqqara Bird, Deeper Exploration. In the sands of Saqqara, Egypt, a small wooden carving rests quietly among ancient treasures. Shaped like a bird, it seems delicate, yet its design is unusual, resembling the forms of flight we only understand millennia later. Some believe it was a toy, others a ritual object, and some even suggest it shows an early knowledge of aerodynamics. Imagine holding it softly in your hands, feeling the smooth wood and the gentle curves of its wings. Perhaps it was placed in a tomb as a symbol of the soul taking flight, or as a token of dreams and imagination. The bird rests silently through centuries, whispering the quiet story of human curiosity and the gentle wonder of creation. Its presence feels timeless, as if it carries the breath of ancient Egypt softly into the present. Discovery 50. The Mystery of Atlantis. At last, we arrive at one of the oldest and most enduring mysteries, Atlantis. Described by Plato as a vast and advanced civilization that sank beneath the waves, Atlantis has captivated imaginations for thousands of years. Whether a real city lost to the ocean or a story meant to inspire reflection, its legend persists. Imagine the calm sea at dawn, its surface smooth like glass, reflecting pale sunlight. Beneath it may lie ruins of grand buildings, streets and temples, silent and hidden from the world. Legends tell of knowledge, art, and wisdom that disappeared with the waters, leaving only whispers for those willing to imagine. In the quiet of the mind, Atlantis drifts like a dream, a place of mystery that invites us to wander gently among its imagined streets, listening to the echoes of lives and ideas long gone. Closing thoughts, a journey through time. And now, as our journey comes to a close, we rest surrounded by wonders that span continents, centuries, and imagination. From the pillars of Göbekli Tepe to the whispered lights of the Tully Papyrus, from massive stones and pyramids to delicate carvings and ancient manuscripts, each discovery has invited us to slow down, to look carefully, and to dream. Imagine yourself resting in a quiet room, the gentle hum of history surrounding you. Every stone, every artifact, every line drawn in the sand or on parchment carries a story, a question, and a quiet sense of wonder. You have traveled across deserts, oceans, mountains, and valleys, touching the past gently, softly, as though in a dream. As your breath slows, let these images drift through your mind. Let the silent guardians of clay, the colossal stones, the ancient manuscripts, and the mysterious ruins settle gently around you. Each discovery rests quietly in the night, carrying their secrets softly into your thoughts, and guiding you slowly, calmly, into a deep and peaceful sleep. A gentle farewell through time. Now, as the last whispers of our journey echo softly through the mind, imagine yourself sitting quietly in the glow of twilight. The mysteries of the world have unfolded gently around you, ancient cities, towering stones, strange artifacts, and stories written in symbols we may never fully understand. Each one rests like a soft memory, carrying the weight of centuries, yet never demanding anything from you except quiet attention. The deserts, forests, mountains, and oceans of the past stretch endlessly in your imagination. You have walked among stone heads, traced the lines of the Nazca Desert, floated above submerged cities, and held delicate wooden birds in your mind. All these wonders now settle calmly, their energy softening like twilight blending into night. Take a slow, deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. The echoes of the past are gentle now, distant, like stars fading softly into the early morning sky. The questions these discoveries raise do not need immediate answers. They are simply invitations to wonder, to dream, and to rest. Picture yourself lying comfortably, the quiet hum of history surrounding you, the mysteries of time like a soft blanket wrapped around your imagination. Every stone, every manuscript, every silent guardian of the past is now at peace, and so are you. Let your thoughts drift slowly, like a gentle river flowing into the quiet night. The world is vast, and its secrets remain, but for now, all you need is calm. Let sleep carry you, gently, steadily, into dreams where history, mystery, and imagination mingle freely, softly, endlessly. Discovery 63. The Ancient Ruins of Hattusa. In the hills of modern-day Turkey lie the ruins of Hattusa, once the capital of the Hittite Empire. Massive stone walls, gates adorned with carvings of lions and dragons, and remnants of royal palaces tell of a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. Imagine walking slowly along the ancient streets, the wind brushing softly through crumbling archways, carrying the scent of earth and stone. The ruins rise silently, and in the evening light, shadows stretch gently across the ground. You can almost hear the soft echoes of daily life, merchants calling, children laughing, and the careful footsteps of officials walking through courtyards. Each stone rests patiently, holding memories of decisions, ceremonies, and quiet moments long gone. The city itself seems to breathe slowly, a calm witness to the rise and fall of empires. Discovery 64. The Cave of El Castillo. In northern Spain, the El Castillo cave holds paintings and engravings dating back over 40,000 years. Red discs, hand stencils, and animal figures cover its walls, some glowing faintly under torchlight. Imagine stepping into the cave, the air cool and damp, the faint scent of mineral and earth surrounding you. Each figure seems to shimmer slightly, alive with the quiet intent of ancient artists. Shadows flicker across the walls as you move slowly, tracing patterns with your eyes. The cave hums softly with the presence of long-gone hands that carefully applied pigment, leaving gentle reminders of curiosity, observation, and reverence for the world outside. Discovery 65. The Sunken City of Pavlopetri. Beneath the waters off the coast of Greece lies the submerged city of Pavlopetri, over 5,000 years old. Streets, buildings, and courtyards remain intact, lying quietly under gentle waves. Picture yourself floating above the ruins, the sunlight filtering through the surface, illuminating ancient walls and pathways. Fish swim silently through courtyards, and soft currents carry sediments like drifting memories. Every corner holds a whisper of life long past, calm and still beneath the sea. The city rests in patience, carrying the faint hum of human existence across millennia. Discovery 66. The Ancient Tombs of Hierakonpolis. In Egypt, Hierakonpolis contains tombs of rulers and nobles, filled with carvings, pottery, and ceremonial items. These tombs are silent guardians of early civilization, offering glimpses into rituals, beliefs, and lives of those who lived thousands of years ago. Imagine walking softly among the tombs at sunset, the air warm, the ground still and quiet. Each chamber holds a soft glow from imagined torchlight, illuminating delicate carvings of gods and humans. The tombs themselves seem calm, holding secrets with patience, inviting you to reflect on continuity, life, and the gentle passage of time. Discovery 67. The Tiahuanaco Gateway of the Sun. High on the Altiplano of Bolivia stands the Gateway of the Sun, a carved monolith of stone adorned with intricate figures and symbols. The precision of the carvings and the mystery of their purpose continue to fascinate archaeologists. Picture standing before the gateway at dawn, mist curling softly around the stone. The carvings catch the first light, casting gentle shadows across the ground. The silence of the high plain surrounds you, the air calm and still. The gateway feels alive in its stillness, a quiet invitation to wonder, reflect, and breathe slowly, letting the mind drift through time. Discovery 68. The Hidden Chambers of the Great Pyramid. Beneath the Great Pyramid of Giza, recent discoveries reveal hidden chambers and voids, suggesting complex design and purposes that continue to puzzle researchers. Imagine walking slowly through cool passageways, the walls smooth and cool under your hands. Light filters in softly, illuminating spaces untouched for millennia. The silence is complete, broken only by the echo of your steps. Each chamber rests patiently, guarding the mysteries of construction, knowledge, and intent. You feel the weight of time, but also a profound calm, as if the stones themselves invite you to linger and breathe gently. As this block ends, we have walked among ancient cities, caves, sunken streets, tombs, monoliths, and pyramids. Each location is calm and still, filled with quiet echoes of human thought, creativity, and mystery. Your mind drifts gently, guided by the soft presence of history, like a river flowing quietly toward the sea of dreams. Discovery 57. The Ancient City of Mohenjo-Daro. In the Indus Valley, along the banks of a long-forgotten river, lies the ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro. Built over 4,000 years ago, its streets were carefully planned, with houses, wells, and public baths. The city's layout demonstrates a sense of order and calm, a harmony that still resonates today. Imagine walking slowly through its empty streets, the dust soft underfoot, the sun warm on ancient bricks. You sense the rhythm of daily life that once filled these alleys. Children running, water flowing through wells, the quiet murmur of people tending their homes. Though abandoned long ago, the city holds a serene presence, like a memory gently resting under centuries of earth. Every corner whispers patience, every stone hums softly with echoes of long-gone lives. Discovery 58. The Ice Age Cave of Altamira. High in northern Spain, the Cave of Altamira holds paintings that seem to glow even in darkness. Bison, deer, and horses cover the walls in vivid red and black, drawn tens of thousands of years ago by hands guided by flickering torchlight. Picture the cave in near silence, except for the soft drip of water from the stalactites. Your eyes follow the curves of painted animals, each line filled with motion, life, and observation. The artists worked slowly, deliberately, feeling the rhythm of their breath, the coolness of the cave, and the passage of time. In this quiet space, The animals seem to breathe alongside you, gentle and calm, inviting your mind to linger in wonder. Discovery 59. The Stone Circles of Senegambia. Across the gentle plains of West Africa, hundreds of stone circles stand in quiet rows, some still perfectly aligned after thousands of years. Known as the Senegambian stone circles, they are believed to mark burial sites, ritual spaces, or even early astronomical observatories. Imagine walking slowly among these stones as the sun dips low, casting soft shadows over each circle. The air is warm and still, carrying the faint scent of earth and grass. Each stone seems patient, like a guardian of memory, and the spaces between them hum quietly with unseen stories. The circles invite reflection, a gentle meditation on the lives of those who built them and the slow passage of time across the land. Discovery 60. The Rock Shelters of Bhimbetka. In central India, the Bhimbetka rock shelters are filled with paintings and carvings dating back tens of thousands of years. They depict hunting scenes, dancing humans, and wild animals, capturing the essence of life in prehistoric times. Imagine stepping into the cool shade of a rock shelter, the sunlight filtering softly through the opening. You see figures frozen in motion, animals mid-leap, people mid-dance. The paintings hum softly with rhythm and vitality, yet the place itself is calm, a serene refuge from the outside world. Each brushstroke speaks of observation, patience, and an intimate connection with nature. Discovery 61. The Lost Temples of Angkor. Deep in the jungles of Cambodia lie the temples of Angkor, covered by centuries of forest growth. These vast stone complexes were once the center of a thriving empire, their carvings intricate and profound. Imagine walking slowly along moss-covered steps, the air rich with the scent of damp leaves and soil. Vines cascade gently from high walls, and the quiet hum of the jungle blends with distant bird calls. Each temple is a calm monument to devotion, labor, and artistic expression. In this gentle, overgrown silence, the past seems alive, but patient, letting you absorb its beauty slowly and softly. Discovery 62. The Monoliths of Easter Island. On a remote Pacific island, massive stone statues, or moai, rise silently from the earth. Carved by the Rapa Nui people, each figure faces inward toward the villages, guardians of the land. Imagine walking among them in the late afternoon, the sun low, shadows stretching across the soft grass. Each statue has a presence that feels calm and enduring, silent watchers of centuries of life. Their quiet strength invites contemplation, a gentle reminder of human creativity and patience. At the end of this block, we have drifted through ancient cities, caves, plains, jungles, and islands. Each location is filled with soft sounds, gentle light, and quiet echoes of the past, carrying the imagination deeper into calm reflection and dreamlike thought. Discovery 75. The Standing Stones of Callanish. On the remote Isle of Lewis in Scotland, the Callanish stones rise against the endless horizon. Arranged in circles and avenues, they have stood for thousands of years, their purpose still uncertain. Some say they were used as an observatory, others as a sacred place of gathering. Imagine arriving at the site at twilight, the air cool and damp with the scent of heather and sea. The stones cast long, slender shadows across the ground, stretching like silent fingers toward the fading light. As you walk slowly among them, the breeze carries only a gentle whisper, as if the land itself is sighing softly. Each stone feels steady and timeless, a calm reminder of the patience of the earth. They do not rush to reveal their secrets. They simply stand, waiting quietly, as they have for centuries. Discovery 76. The Ancient Library of Nineveh. In the ruins of Nineveh, archaeologists uncovered what is often considered the world's first great library. Thousands of clay tablets, covered in careful cuneiform writing, record myths, laws, rituals, and observations of the stars. Picture yourself seated in a chamber long ago, surrounded by rows of tablets. The air smells of clay and ash, faint but grounding. A soft torch glows against the walls, and shadows flicker gently. Each wedge-shaped mark pressed into the clay feels deliberate, as though the scribe was breathing calm intention into every line. In the quiet, you sense the weight of thought preserved in stone. The library is not loud with knowledge, it hums gently, a slow river of wisdom flowing through time. Discovery 77. The Pyramids of Meroe. Far south along the Nile, in the golden sands of Sudan, rise the Pyramids of Meroe. Smaller than those of Giza but no less striking, they belong to the kingdom of Kush, a people who ruled and thrived for centuries. Imagine the desert at dawn, the sky painted softly in shades of pale orange and rose. The pyramids emerge from the sand like quiet guardians, their sharp edges softened by centuries of wind. The air is cool, carrying only the faint sound of shifting grains beneath your feet. Standing before them, you feel both the grandeur and the stillness. Each pyramid seems to hum gently with stories of kings and queens, but it does so without urgency, allowing you to breathe slowly and simply be. Discovery 78. The Cliff Dwellings of Mesa Verde. In the cliffs of Colorado, entire villages were built into natural alcoves. The ancestral Puebloans created homes, towers, and ceremonial chambers high above the valley floor. Picture yourself climbing slowly into one of these alcoves. The stone beneath your hands is cool and firm. Inside, the air is still, holding the faint scent of earth and wood. The rooms are empty now, but in your mind you can hear faint echoes, the crackle of a fire, soft voices, the quiet rhythm of daily tasks. The cliffs themselves feel protective, wrapping around the dwellings in a silent embrace. Time moves slowly here, encouraging you to linger, to breathe, and to rest in the calm presence of history. Discovery 79. The Terracotta Army. Buried in silence for over 2,000 years, the Terracotta Army was created to guard the tomb of China's first emperor. Thousands of warriors, each carved with unique features, stand quietly in formation. Imagine walking softly among them, the vast hall stretching endlessly into shadow. The air is cool, still, and heavy with quiet. Each warrior gazes forward with patience, their clay expressions steady and calm. The silence is profound, broken only by the faint echo of footsteps. You sense the dedication of countless artisans who shaped each figure with care, their work a quiet act of devotion. Standing among them, you feel enveloped in a calm presence that stretches far beyond time. Discovery 80. The Stone Figures of Mount Nemrut. High in the mountains of Turkey, massive stone heads rest upon terraces of Mount Nemrut. They once formed part of a great royal tomb, watching over the land and sky. Imagine arriving before dawn, the air crisp, the mountains silent except for the soft whisper of wind. As the sun rises, its light touches the stone faces, revealing features weathered yet dignified. They gaze calmly toward the horizon, silent companions to the endless sky. The stillness of the mountain and the steady presence of these figures create a sense of quiet balance. You feel small, yet at peace, embraced by the calm weight of history. At the close of this block, you have wandered among stones, pyramids, libraries, cliffs, and mountains. Each place rests in silence, filled with patience and calm endurance. These discoveries do not demand answers, they simply invite reflection, guiding your mind slowly towards stillness, like the slow fading of twilight into night. Discovery 81. The Stepwells of India. Across the dry lands of western India lie ancient stepwells, deep structures carved into the earth to collect and store water. Some are simple, but others descend in grand staircases, decorated with carvings and arches, blending utility with beauty. Imagine walking down cool stone steps, the air growing fresher as you descend. Light filters softly from above, scattering across water that rests quietly at the bottom. The walls rise high around you, decorated with intricate patterns, their silence filled only with the faint drip of water. Each step feels deliberate and calm, guiding you deeper into stillness. The well is not only a place of survival, it is a sanctuary of quiet, where stone, water, and air meet in perfect patience. Discovery 82. The monolithic Church of Lalibela. In the highlands of Ethiopia stands the Church of St. George, carved entirely from a single piece of rock. Its cross-shaped form is hidden below ground, as if sheltered by the earth itself. Picture yourself descending slowly into the courtyard, the sound of your steps echoing softly against stone walls. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of dust and incense. The church rises calmly from the bedrock, a quiet masterpiece of devotion and labor. Its stillness feels sacred, timeless, and protective. Standing before it, you sense a deep calm, as though the stone itself is humming softly with prayer carried across centuries. Discovery 83. The Giant's Causeway. On the coast of northern Ireland, thousands of hexagonal stone columns stretch into the sea, forming the Giant's Causeway. Created by volcanic forces, the stones look almost as if carefully arranged by hand. Imagine standing at the edge of the shore, the air filled with the scent of salt and sea spray. The waves crash gently against the stone pillars, their rhythm steady and soothing. The columns stretch endlessly, their surfaces smooth and cool under your touch. The ocean hums softly, a lullaby carried by wind and water. Each stone feels patient, formed slowly by the earth, resting quietly as the tide flows in and out. Discovery 84. The Temple of Borobudur. In the jungles of Indonesia rises Borobudur, the largest Buddhist temple in the world. Built in terraces that spiral upward, it is covered in thousands of carvings and crowned with silent stone stupas. Picture yourself climbing slowly, circling each level as the air grows lighter and the jungle stretches out below. Bells and stupas rise around you, their shapes calm and symmetrical. The carvings tell stories in silence, their lines softened by centuries of rain and sun. At the top, the view opens wide, the sky vast, the air still. The temple itself feels like a meditation in stone, inviting the mind to settle into deep peace, one slow breath at a time. Discovery 85. The Underground City of Derinkuyu. Beneath the ground in Cappadocia, Turkey, lies Derinkuyu, a vast underground city carved into soft volcanic rock. With tunnels, chambers, wells, and even ventilation systems, it once sheltered thousands of people. Imagine walking gently down narrow passageways, the air cool and dry, the stone walls close but comforting. The silence is complete, broken only by the sound of your steps. Rooms open softly, some wide, others small, each one carrying the memory of lives lived in patience beneath the earth. The city feels like a protective cocoon, quiet and enduring. The deeper you go, the calmer you feel, as though the stone itself is embracing you in timeless shelter. Discovery 86. The Great Wall at Sunset. Stretching across mountains and valleys, the Great Wall of China winds endlessly like a patient guardian of the land. Though built for defense, today it feels more like a path for reflection, carrying the weight of centuries quietly upon its stones. Imagine walking slowly along the wall as the sun sets, painting the sky in gold and soft crimson. The mountains below fade into blue shadows, and the air cools with evening. Each stone step feels steady and grounding, your breath matching the rhythm of the land. The wall stretches calmly toward the horizon, endless yet gentle, a quiet companion to the setting sun. At the end of this block, we have wandered through wells and temples, coasts and jungles, mountains and cities carved beneath the earth. Each discovery whispers softly, carrying patience and calm, guiding you further into quiet reflection and deeper rest. Discovery 87. The Moai of Easter Island. On the distant shores of Easter Island, hundreds of Moai statues rise silently from the earth. Carved from volcanic rock, their solemn faces gaze toward the horizon, their purpose still debated but their presence eternal. Imagine walking softly among them at dawn, the ocean breeze cool and steady. Each statue towers above you, its features calm and patient, as if carrying the memory of generations. The air is filled only with the sound of waves and the distant cry of seabirds. The Moai stand quietly, guardians of both land and sky, inviting you into their stillness. Discovery 88. The Temple of Angkor Wat. Deep within the forests of Cambodia lies Angkor Wat, one of the greatest temples ever built. Its towers rise like lotus blossoms, mirrored by calm pools of water below. Picture yourself walking through its long corridors, where soft sunlight filters through carved stone windows. The air is warm but gentle, filled with the quiet hum of insects and the faint scent of moss. Each carving tells stories of gods and kings, yet they whisper softly, without urgency. Angkor feels timeless, a vast meditation of stone where the mind slows and the heart rests in stillness. Discovery 89. The Plain of Jars. In Laos, scattered across the land, lie thousands of massive stone jars. Their purpose is uncertain, perhaps funerary, perhaps ceremonial, but their quiet presence has endured for millennia. Imagine standing among them at dusk, when the fields glow golden in fading light. The jars rest silently, half buried in earth and grass, as if dreaming beneath the open sky. The air is still, broken only by the soft buzz of evening insects. Each jar feels heavy with memory, a vessel not of water but of time itself. Discovery 90. The Lost City of Petra. Carved into rose-red cliffs in Jordan, Petra emerges like a dream of stone. Its facades, carved with precision, glow softly in morning or evening light. Picture yourself walking slowly through the narrow canyon that leads into the city. The walls rise high above you, their colors shifting with every step: pink, orange, red, and gold. At the end, the treasury reveals itself, glowing softly as the sun touches its face. The city is hushed, its grandeur softened by silence, inviting you to linger in calm awe. Discovery 91. The Temples of Malta. On the islands of Malta, some of the world's oldest temples still stand. Built even before the pyramids of Egypt, they rest quietly, shaped by stone and patience. Imagine entering one of these ancient sanctuaries. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of sea salt from nearby shores. The stones are massive yet arranged with care, their curved walls creating a sense of shelter. Inside, the silence feels deep, like a calm breath held for thousands of years. The walls seem to hum softly with memory, as though the builders left not just stone, but their quiet devotion to the earth and sky. Each chamber feels protective, guiding the mind into calm stillness, inviting rest in its timeless embrace. Discovery 92. The Nazca Lines. Across the desert plains of Peru stretch the vast Nazca Lines, geoglyphs shaped like animals, birds, and geometric forms. Visible only from above, they remain one of the world's enduring mysteries. Imagine standing at ground level, where the lines stretch endlessly across the sand. The desert air is dry and still, the sky vast above you. You cannot see the figures, only the quiet marks in the earth. Yet you know they form something greater, something only visible from the sky. The silence of the desert deepens, and you feel a sense of wonder in the patience of those who made them, step by step, in calm devotion. Discovery 93. The Underground Tombs of the Valley of the Kings. In Egypt, hidden beneath cliffs and desert, lie the tombs of pharaohs in the Valley of the Kings. Painted with vivid colors and sacred symbols, these chambers were created as gateways to eternity. Picture yourself descending slowly into a cool passage, the air heavy with stillness. The walls glow softly with ancient paintings, blues, reds, and golds that have survived for thousands of years. Each chamber is quiet, the silence only deepened by the weight of history. Standing there, you feel as though time itself has slowed, inviting you into calm reflection on both life and eternity. Sparkles at the end of Block 15, we have wandered among statues and temples, deserts and cliffs, each place filled with patience and silence. These discoveries guide the mind gently into deeper calm, preparing the way for the final wonders yet to come. Discovery 94. The City of Machu Picchu. High in the Peruvian Andes, the lost city of Machu Picchu rests quietly among mist and mountains. Built by the Inca, it remained hidden for centuries, preserved in silence. Imagine arriving at dawn, when the clouds drift slowly through the peaks. The terraces step down like gentle stairways, and the stone walls glow softly in pale light. The air is crisp, carrying the faint scent of grass and rain. Machu Picchu feels suspended between earth and sky, a place where time pauses, inviting you to breathe slowly and deeply in its quiet embrace. Discovery 95. The Great Zimbabwe Ruins. In southern Africa stand the stone walls of Great Zimbabwe, once the heart of a thriving kingdom. The ruins rise without mortar, carefully balanced, their presence enduring. Picture walking through the curved passageways, where each stone fits perfectly against the next. The air is still, filled with the distant call of birds. The walls seem to hum softly with the voices of those who once lived here, traders, kings, families. Though empty now, the city rests in calm dignity, reminding you that even ruins can hold steady peace. Discovery 96. The Stone Circles of Senegambia. Across West Africa, thousands of stone circles dot the land, their meaning still a mystery. Arranged with care, they stand quietly under the open sky. Imagine sitting among them in the shade of a tree. The air is warm but gentle, filled with the sound of rustling leaves. Each stone feels patient, as though it has been waiting for centuries, holding stories that remain unspoken. The land itself seems calm, a place where earth and memory meet in silence. Discovery 97. The ruins of Göbekli Tepe. In Turkey, Göbekli Tepe rises as one of the oldest known temples in the world, built more than 11,000 years ago. Its carved pillars reveal animals and symbols from deep prehistory. Picture yourself standing quietly among the stones. The air is cool, carrying the scent of earth and grass. Each pillar feels alive with ancient presence, as if the hands that carved them are still near. The site is vast yet peaceful, a reminder of humanity's earliest search for meaning. The silence here feels deeper than time itself, steady and grounding. Discovery 98. The ruins of Chichen Itza. In Mexico, the Pyramid of El Castillo rises above the jungle canopy. Built by the Maya, it aligns with the sun and stars, connecting earth and sky in quiet precision. Imagine standing at its base as the jungle hums with life around you. The stone steps rise steeply, each one weathered but firm. The air is warm, filled with the faint sound of cicadas. The pyramid feels steady, a calm link between heaven and earth, guiding your thoughts gently upward, then back down into rest. Discovery 99. The stone spheres of Costa Rica. Scattered across fields and forests, hundreds of perfect stone spheres lie silently in Costa Rica. Their origins and purpose remain unknown, but their smooth, round shapes feel strangely calming. Picture walking among them at sunset, when the golden light reflects softly from their surfaces. The air is warm and still, carrying only the gentle rustle of leaves. Each sphere rests quietly, balanced and complete, as though shaped not for function but for peace itself. Discovery 100. The Great Sphinx of Giza. At last, we come to the timeless guardian of Egypt, the Great Sphinx. With the body of a lion and the face of a human, it has watched over the desert for thousands of years. Imagine standing before it at twilight, when the desert cools and the stars begin to appear. The Sphinx gazes forward, calm and eternal, its expression unreadable yet comforting. The sands shift gently in the wind, but the Sphinx remains steady, a silent witness to the passage of ages. In its presence, you feel the vastness of history, and yet also a deep stillness, guiding your thoughts into quiet rest. Sparkles and so, with 100 discoveries, our journey comes to a gentle close. We have walked among stones and temples, deserts and mountains, jungles and oceans. Each place whispered softly of patience, silence, and endurance. Together, they form not just a history, but a lullaby of the earth itself, an invitation to let go, to breathe deeply, and to drift slowly into sleep.